YouTube? It's your brother CJ back again with another video, bro. Top rate and love, bro. Before we get into anything, make sure y'all boys drop a like on the video, subscribe to the post notifications right now if you haven't, bro. I really appreciate y'all. We're gonna jump straight into this video and we're really gonna see what's cracking. You feel me, boy, dog? Hey man, YouTube Gen 7, Generation 7, Gen 7, Mac 11, Glock 10, mix it with your nigga, feel me? Listen, Gen 7, look, we finna jump straight into this video, bro. And as y'all know, when we get to reacting on this channel, bro, it's gonna be something crazy. Yeah, fuck Cam Newton on there. Hold on, sign out, blood. Anytime we jump into one of these videos, bro, y'all already see the title, The Real Murder Capital of the U.S. Now look, man, we finna see how these boys really get out here, wherever it is. Once again, my reactions are not fake. I just find videos and react to them. Simple, nigga. We watch it together. Every news, every channel. Nigga, let's get into it. Let's do it.
While celebrating a birthday party in the town of 𝘍𝘰𝘭𝘭𝘰 in Puerto Rico, every man you see on camera, including one that you can't see, will be dead just seconds after this frame of the video. In one of the most gruesome organized gang hits to ever take place on American soil since the St. Valentine's Day massacre, where mobsters in Chicago disguised as police lined up 7 men against the wall.
Okay, so boom. We in Puerto Rico. He said everybody on this camera that we just seen was finna go bye-bye. We was finna take a permanent nap. You feel me? They was gonna finna meet God or they was finna meet the opposite of them. You get what I'm saying? But, gang. Why? And then he said it was a gang hit. What gang? What gang? Is it, this niggas, we informed with the cartel right now?
Oh, and executed them. And just a reminder to all the young guys, every single...
I know not. I know nobody is... That shit sound loud as fuck. That's in front of the door. That's not even behind the house. What could you possibly be mowing on concrete? Why they doing that as soon as I start recording? As soon as I start recording, this what y'all want to get into. Why? Go away. I give you 3 seconds to go away. I'm up blizzy on you, nigga. 3, 2, 1. Oh, you see how I got caught? Something slight, little nigga. Something slight, little nigga. Nigga, you wish you had that type of motion.
One of these men was armed, and 2 of them even got a chance to shoot back. But when you outmatched, it doesn't matter what kind of gun you have or how many bullets. Facts. Especially when your enemy has the ups on you.
Facts.
And to truly show their brutality, the hitman parked the car down the street, walked up to the scene, and stood over every single one of them. Meet 𝘍𝘰𝘭𝘭𝘰 and his crime syndicate. From the worst crime scenes I've ever seen publicly available on the news.
So you see how everybody said arrested, right? Besides like 𝘍𝘰𝘭𝘭, so like, does that mean 𝘍𝘰𝘭𝘭 still out there on the run? Shout out to 𝘍𝘰𝘭𝘭, nigga.
And 𝘍𝘰𝘭𝘭𝘰 to one of the most popular rappers in Puerto Rico, 𝘍𝘰𝘭𝘭𝘰, along with a corrupt police officer being allegedly involved in the murder of another officer as part of a cartel alliance known as La Familia, as well as his association with another popular Puerto Rican artist who is a member of the Los Diablos de Llorens Torres, or the Devils of Llorens, a housing project in San Juan. Welcome to the murder capital of the United States. When watching the news in Puerto Rico, despite it being a U.S. territory, I was surprised to find that the news in Puerto Rico is not censored at all compared to in the mainland. When watching the coverage of a double homicide in 𝘰𝘭, I was not expecting to see 2 unblurred bodies lying in the background while the police were surveying the crime scene.
So they don't blur nothing out?
I can't show you here. But this scene was a result of a major conflict involving a man the FBI considered the most wanted fugitive in Puerto Rico.
See, look. This is 𝘍𝘰𝘭𝘭𝘰. Look, see, look, bro. This is something that I just got to preach to y'all real quick, my nigga. This is why whenever you leave your homeland, a.k.a. the United States of America, or, matter of fact, this is why whenever you leave your homeland of whatever state you're in, inside the United States of America, gang, it doesn't matter. Whatever state you finna go to, you need to do your research on it. Bro, no book. You need to do your research on laws. You need to do your research about who the toughest out there, who the littest out there. You feel me? You need to do your research and understand the demographic out there. Because, bro, if you leave the comfort of your own city, your own state, gang, and you go over there to like Texas or something, gang, and you just out there popping your or you out there thinking you Billy Bad at, nigga, This is not your home ground, nigga. This is not your turf. You will get. Do you hear me? Like, go like it. And it's a lot of things y'all need to learn, bro. Cause it seems like a lot of people don't be learning, bro. You gotta stop underestimating these Hispanics for the Latinx community, Latino, bro. Man, get your shit shot.
𝘍𝘰𝘭𝘭𝘰𝘸 And one of the most cold-blooded things about that first scene is that it took place outside of a bar called 𝘍𝘰𝘭𝘭𝘰𝘠 with a statue of Jesus Christ overlooking. This is not just any regular crime. What we're about to go over is pure evil. Now, 𝘍𝘰𝘭𝘋's organization was also responsible for this first scene, but that's far from the worst crime attributed to him. Now, he was considered to be the head of a drug trafficking organization known as 𝘍 𝘠𝘰𝘠. They seem to be very active around the neighboring municipalities of Salinas and 𝘰𝘠, as the double murder of the Los Villaros members took place near a strip of restaurants in 𝘰𝘠, and the next hit I want to cover took place at a restaurant called Los Antonitos in the Playa neighborhood of Salinas. A 33-year-old man named Rafael was eating alongside his girlfriend and a small child. But the cold-blooded part about it, other than the child being directly next to him, is the fact that as the hitman walked into the restaurant, I wouldn't even describe him as inconspicuous. He walked in clearly looking like he was on a mission, and by the time he was standing in front of Rafael, the man still hadn't even lifted his head from the plate, completely unaware of what was about to happen. And the woman beside him didn't scream or even barely change the expression on her face. While in the mainland United States, people will see this and assume that she must have set him up. But I doubt it, especially if the child was also hers. Likely, she is just far too desensitized to violence, being an adult that likely lived her entire life in Puerto Rico. She simply moves out of the way, already knowing that her date is long gone, and likely not even being completely surprised by such a thing taking place. Now, according
that desensitization, that's a real thing, bro. Like, that's a real thing. No matter what it is, whether it's killing, it's trauma, whatever, bro. Like, you could be real desensitized. Like, let's say you're a normal person, bro, but you constantly losing homies, you constantly losing family, you constantly just seeing motherfuckers just leave, bro. You done been through 10 funerals within the past month, nigga. You feel what I'm saying? Like, this something normal at this point. Like, your body can't even react to it, bro. Like, it be real in certain parts of the world, cuz.
to the police, Rafael had a history of involvement in the criminal underworld on the island, and he was just one of 6 murders that took place from that Saturday to Sunday night. A native of Caguas, a little ways away from Salinas, it's unclear why Rafael felt so comfortable in this area, and why, despite his history, he was not paying attention to his surroundings. But on to the rapper and his accomplice, the crooked cop. 𝘍𝘰𝘭𝘭𝘰𝘠, a man also known in Puerto Rico as the White Devil, who, despite his YouTube channel only being a year old, he's managed to put together over 170 million total views on his music videos. But clearly, with a name like the White Devil, music is not the only thing he was known for on the island. On March 29th, 2024, Officer Elijah Ramos, a 12-year veteran of the police force, had just finished his shift and was headed home when he spotted 3 motorcycles and an ATV firing at a vehicle that was passing by. Despite his shift being over, he was still a law enforcement officer, so he called for backup and followed the group into Sabana.
Why? Like, I get it. Let's say Buddy a good cop. Buddy really love his job. Buddy, like, bro, Buddy is deep into this. Like, he lives for this. He dies for this. This is what he loves. This is what he want to do. Like, he wake up every day, rise and shine. He don't say thank you, Jesus. He say thank you, police force. Like, this is the type of nigga he is, gang. But your life is not worth it. What are you dying for? You're off duty, gang. Call it in. Take your ass home. Bye-bye. Go home, cuz. What?
Abajo, a housing project in Carolina, an area just outside of San Juan. But unfortunately for Officer Ramos, he was shot and killed soon after entering the complex, and the assailants even stole the service weapon off of his body. Months later, the FBI, Carolina Police Department, and the ATF will launch a major raid and arrest 56 gang members, including 𝘍𝘰𝘭𝘭𝘰𝘠 and also 47-year-old Officer Fernando Torres. who was accused of giving information to drug traffickers. And although he had been recommended for expulsion from the force, likely due to some suspicion of his involvement with gangs, he remained and was likely a factor in how comfortable the gang was in murdering a lone officer and stealing his gun, rather than just running away. And due to this being a federal case, many of them, including 𝘍𝘰𝘭𝘭𝘰𝘠, possibly faced the death penalty. It's unfortunate when an officer like Ramos, someone willing to go above and beyond the call of duty for the good of the public, someone needed in the police force of such a dangerous area, is killed and even undermined by the fact that you have other officers working alongside the very men that killed him.
Now look, right here, boom, right? I know I keep pausing a lot. I don't care. I'm sorry. Look, man. Like, speaking on what bro just said, the person that made the video, right, bro, look. He went above and beyond to protect the community and this and that, right? So back to what I said about how when you leave the comfort of your home and you go to another one, you need to learn everything you possibly can before going out there and tripping out, you feel me? Listen, gang, he lives there. This is his community. What are you fighting for? You know how it goes down there. Do your job. Do it great. But don't go above and beyond. You already know it get wicked out there in PR. What are you doing? You knew the chances of you losing your life? It was a high percentage game. But RIP him, gang.
Puerto Rico has always been known for its high murder rate, but it appears that the FBI and local authorities have had enough, with the FBI regularly intervening on the island, and this has actually yielded some results, with the homicide rate steadily dropping since 2021, which was a very dangerous year for many cities in the U.S. Now, 𝘍𝘰𝘭𝘭𝘰𝘠, who was also accused of dismembering rivals and dumping their remains in ravines, was eventually caught along with much of his organization just months before the indictment against 𝘍𝘰𝘭𝘭𝘰 and the 𝘍 Familia alliance. And while the devils of 𝘍𝘰𝘭𝘭𝘰 are likely still active, many members of Los Viraos, 𝘍𝘰𝘭𝘭𝘍's main rivals, have been arrested. Puerto Rico, named by Columbus for St. John the Baptist, or the man credited with performing the baptism of Jesus in the Jordan River, was also known by its native Taino people as 𝘍𝘰𝘭𝘭, which most likely means land of our valiant Lord. This is also why many Puerto Ricans refer to themselves as Boricua. Also going by the name, the land of enchantment, it's hard not to see why. But unfortunately, since the U.S. refuses to make it a state, despite most of its residents supporting the idea, Puerto Rico misses out on much of the positive aspects of statehood. It receives lower Social Security for its retirees and Medicare, despite being more populous than many U.S. states, and the territory also can't be bailed out by the federal government like other states, as being a territory, it cannot file for bankruptcy. U.S. citizens in Puerto Rico also cannot vote for representatives or senators, and all of this plays a role when the island needs help.
That shit, you gotta listen.
From the federal government after suffering back-to-back hurricanes only 2 weeks apart in 2017, which knocked out 95% of all cell service, 43% of wastewater treatment, 97% of all roads were blocked off, and nearly 30% of all healthcare facilities were damaged.
Okay, explain how this get into it.
That FEMA and first responders spent too much time in Puerto Rico in the aftermath. But it's not his fault. The U.S. has been mistreating the island since long before President Trump was even born. Here's a horrifying image of the power grid in Puerto Rico before and after the storms. Since 1898, the island has essentially been a third world colony of a first world nation. When I visited San Juan as a tourist, I was dining at an outdoor restaurant, watching the festival take place in the streets, thinking, man, this has to be the most beautiful place I've ever visited in my entire life. Then,
no, I ain't gonna lie. Me personally, like a place that I've always wanted to visit, I'd say since 2nd grade, bro. Like, this is on my bucket list type. Like, I gotta visit there one day. It's like I had to do a project on like another country, you feel me, type John. I chose Brazil, bro. When I tell you Brazil is like a beautiful place, gang, I gotta go there one day so I can understand how you feel.
Back to reality. A homeless man approached us.
Matter of fact, y'all comment down below a place that y'all would love to visit in the world, the entire world. Like, you pick a place, type it down below in the comments. Let me know places y'all would love to visit too.
Large infected mass growing on his arm, begging us to help him. I was only 10 at the time and obviously unable to help, but I'll never be able to forget the contrast of a suffering man on the beautiful island. And almost 10 years later, I find myself wondering if he's even still alive. May God bless Puerto Rico, la isla del encanto.
Facts.
Thank you for watching.
Facts. Hey man, the W video, bro. Who made this video? Make sure y'all go subscribe to him too. Trap University, bro. W video, Trap University. Look, I appreciate every last one of y'all. You feel me? Gen 7 members. for tapping into this video. I really do appreciate it. Make sure y'all start dropping likes on the videos, though, bro. I know I'm coming back, but start dropping likes on the video so we can get spread out there more in the algorithm. I really do love y'all. No, Mr. J Tap then, now I'm tapping out.